Hey, welcome. So, you're looking to really get a handle on generative AI and build a roadmap that actually works? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to build a powerful Gen AI strategy. Let's get right into it.
There is so much buzz around Gen AI right now. It's totally normal to feel this mix of huge excitement and also, let's be real, a little bit of anxiety about where to even begin. But here's the good news. You don't have to be some kind of technical genius to make a massive impact.
Okay, so before we even get into strategy, we've got to talk about your foundation. Look, you don't need to build every single thing from scratch. The smartest move? Build on top of a powerful existing ecosystem. It gives you a huge head start. For example, let's just look at the thinking behind a platform like Google's AI Foundation.
Now, why does this matter? Well, think of it as a massive shortcut. By plugging into an established ecosystem, you get all this heavy lifting done for you. We're talking enterprise-grade security, a real commitment to responsible AI, and, this is a big one, non-stop model upgrades. That means you get to stay on the cutting edge without having to manage all the crazy complexity yourself. It's kind of like building on the shoulders of giants.
All right, foundation is set. Now for the actual strategy. Here's the secret. The most successful organizations, they don't just hand down orders from the top, and they don't just wait for good ideas to bubble up from the bottom. Nope, they do both at the same time. This creates what we call the two-way strategy, and it's this incredibly powerful approach that mixes high-level vision with what's actually happening on the ground.
And this quote just nails it. A vision without any practical way to apply it? That's just a daydream. But a bunch of practical ideas without a guiding vision? That can just turn into chaos. You need both, working together. Because honestly, the best ideas almost always come from the people who are closest to the real problems.
So what does this look like day to day? Well, check out these two columns. On the top-down side, you've got leadership. They're setting the North Star, the big vision, the business goals, making sure everyone has the resources they need. They're basically creating the sandbox. Then, on the bottom-up side, you have the teams, the managers, the people on the front lines. They're the ones playing in that sandbox, finding the real-world pain points, trying stuff out, and giving that crucial feedback.
So the magic, the really crucial part, is this intersection. It's where the big strategic goals from the top crash into the hands-on, practical insights from the bottom. That is the sweet spot. That's where you find the solutions that aren't just ambitious, but are also realistic, doable, and actually make a difference.
Okay, so you get the strategy. Top down, bottoms up. But how do you actually come up with those brilliant bottoms-up ideas? You need a tool. A really simple, structured way to get the creative juices flowing and uncover those hidden opportunities.
Let me introduce you to the Creative Matrix. Now, don't let the name fool you. It's actually super simple and really, really powerful. At its core, it's just a grid that helps you systematically connect what the technology can do with what your business actually needs.
Let's make this real. Imagine a fake flower business. On one side, you list your business goals like enhance customer experience. On the other side, you list your AI tools. Now, where do they cross? Boom, ideas are born. You want to enhance the customer experience? Cross that with Vertex AI Conversation, and you get an AI chatbot for instant support. See? Just like that, you have a concrete, valuable use case.
And here's how you can do this, tomorrow. Get a bunch of different people in a room, not just the tech folks. Define your two axes, your business priorities and your AI tools. And then just let people go wild with sticky notes, filling in that grid. Afterwards, you can step back and start prioritizing based on what's going to give you the most bang for your buck.
Now, whenever we talk about all these cool use cases, there's always a big question that comes up. What about the people? The key here is to reframe the conversation. It's not about replacing people, it's about empowering them. It's not automation or humans, it's about how AI can augment what people can do.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. Think of automation as getting rid of the boring, repetitive stuff, the data entry, the summarizing of long reports. That frees up our brain power. Then, augmentation is about using AI as a kind of superpower, a tool to boost the things that we humans do best, thinking critically, being creative, and planning for the future.
All right, pop quiz time. Let's see if this is sinking in. A sales team uses an AI chatbot to answer all the basic pricing questions that come in. What do you think? Augmentation or automation?
That one is definitely automation. Answering the same simple questions over and over, that's a classic repetitive task. By automating it, the sales team now has more time to focus on the complex, relationship-building conversations that actually close deals. It's a much higher value use of their time.
Okay, one more for you, and this one's a little more nuanced. A financial analyst uses AI to quickly summarize a ton of market data and then uses that summary to give advice to their clients. Augmentation or automation?
Yep, this is a perfect example of augmentation. Sure, a task was automated, the data crunching, but the whole point of it was to enhance the analyst's ability to do their real job. The AI is a powerful tool that just elevates their strategic thinking and makes their advice that much better.
Okay, theory and quizzes are fun, but let's see how this all plays out in the real world. This story from Warner Bros. Discovery is just a fantastic example of a smart AI strategy put into action.
So they had this huge, really time-consuming problem: how to put captions on their absolutely massive library of video content. So they built a tool called Caption AI to tackle this head-on, with the goal of making the whole thing faster and cheaper.
And the results were, well, they were pretty stunning. With Caption AI, they saw an 80% reduction in the time it took to manually caption just one file. 80%! That is a ridiculous efficiency gain.
And that speed translated right to the bottom line. They saw a 50% overall reduction in the cost of captioning. I mean, these are the kinds of real, tangible results you get when you have a well-thought-out AI strategy.
But here's the most important part. It's how they did it. They didn't just fire and forget with automation. They created this perfect hybrid model. The AI does the heavy lifting, generating that first draft of the transcript. But then, a human editor is still in the loop to review it, to verify it, to refine it. This is augmentation in its purest form. And the result? It's faster, it's cheaper, and the quality is even higher. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question. Just for a second, forget all the buzzwords. Think about your own work, your team's biggest headaches, your company's biggest goals. With everything we've talked about, what's the very first problem you want to solve?